Sea of Thieves has finally had a brand new update and Season 9 is over. As of today, a new chapter is beginning for the game. Season 10 is the new super season for Sea of Thieves, and Rare's promised content every single month, that being today, November and December. Today's main feature is the long requested guilds, but after being delayed from December 2022 to July 2023, and finally to today, has 10 months of waiting been worth it? Let's get into it. Just to be clear, guilds is only one element of Season 10, so we'll cover everything that has been released today. But this is going to be a controversial opinion. I quite like what Rare has done with the guilds. Guilds are a natural expansion of Season 7's captaincy feature, dialing Sea of Thieves role-playing up to 11. Any ship captain can create or be part of up to 3 guilds at once, all comprising of 24 players. Captainships can be pledged to said guilds to allow any member to use them, but each ship can only be part of one guild, so if you want to start 3, you need 3 captainships. You'll make your guild on the main menu. Starting with a guild crest, you'll start forming your logo. There's 8 crests, 39 emblems, 8 colours and 53 mottos to choose from, and you can name your guild up to 20 characters. Guild names are also not unique, so you can repeat them as much as you want. It's a really extensive system and I would love to see this expanded upon in the future with new colours, emblems and crests as time goes on. You'll also be able to manage roles as the creator of a guild, with 3 tiers: owner, leader and mate, with varying permissions in interacting with the guild. You will also have the ability to view your guild in the main menu, showing the members, pledged ships and chronicles, which is basically a captain's log that we saw in the captaincy update, just in menu form. Again, you can also choose if you want to share your pledged ship with guild members or only allow you to use it. If you do, anyone can hop on your ship even when you're not playing, which will progress your milestones. Inviting friends is easy, it's all done on the same menu and will bring up a list of friends that you can invite. To set sail, you now have one of 3 options: sailing for a guild, sailing on a captain ship, or chartering a ship. It's nice to have clear options, but this will need an update when safer seas arrive, because there'll be loads of clicks required to even set sail. So why should I bother with a guild? Guilds have new progression. It's yet another progress bar that's not tied to milestones, but more like the legacy trading companies. Selling loot and winning hourglass PvP battles will secure you guild rep. It'll progress slowly at first, but at guild level 15, you can earn the ability to raise an emissary flag at the Sovereign tent. When you do, you can earn bonus gold and reputation for your guild. This will be a bonus on all things sold to the Sovereigns, which is less than the Reaper's Bones and other individual emissaries. It'll be a great boon for gold, but watch out for those Sovereigns, they're a scheming bunch. Grade 5 guild emissaries are also visible to anyone on the map, with the Reaper's Bones having new commendations for hunting and selling guild emissary flags. Guild emissaries will also be able to earn items in a guild ledger. This season's rewards are a coin trinket, animated painting, and a title. Other progression comes in guild commendations in the Build Rat tab. There's not really anything in particular that's a new challenge, but there's a focus on different roles such as helmsman and chef. Some even require completing actions at really high levels. So what's the point of this then? Are there even rewards? Yes, you can earn clothing and a ship set for leveling up your guild. From levels 1 to 100, the clothing is dotted around every 20 levels. The clothing is excellent and are fantastic rewards from levels 1 to 100. The Unbroken Bond ship set is a semi-new ship set, which is tied with various commendations, which often require you to get distinctions. Distinctions are awarded for every 100 levels for guilds, so some of these require up to 900 levels to be able to earn them. For most, I don't think the quality of these rewards reflect the grind, since the wheel, cannons and capstan are just recolours of the Sovereign set, which launched 5 years ago. But these will be earned passively from just playing rather than deliberately grinding for them. Distinctions also earn you a flourish as you level up on your progress card, and you get a plaque on the mast of your ship showing how many distinctions you've earned. That pretty much covers guilds. While the social aspect is there, it just boils down to doing what you were doing for the last 5 years, just as a guild. I really love how it's presented, the role-playing aspect of it, and most of the rewards. If you're looking for a new WoW moment like a world event or a new voyage, or just bored of the gameplay loop in general, then I don't think you're going to gel with this. Guilds aren't everything that's been added today. We've seen a bunch of new cosmetics, quality of life improvements, and balancing added. Starting with the cosmetics, we get the regular Emporium stuff. Moving swiftly on, the new Season Pass and Plunder Pass is out. The Season Pass is pretty bog standard, with the main rewards being the Intrepid Explorer set, something I really like but I won't wear, although you can now cosplay as Lord Farquaad. The seasonal themed items are Gilded Sovereign parts, which are pretty nice and very thematic. The Pirate Legend items are pretty awful. Not necessarily to look at, but they feel very mismatched. The level 51 is the Gilded Sovereign ship crest. It's a great theme for the season, but feel it's poor for a Pirate Legend item. Keeping in mind, we've only gotten one other season pass this year. It should have been the Magpie's wing crest, then it would fit a bit better. It's clear this is part of the Sovereign set, just like the Bounty Hunter Spyglass was last season, and they were both bumped up to being a Pirate Legend item. The Rinne's tattoos are level 100 rewards. I also think they're a bit underwhelming for a level 100 rewards when you compare that to things like a curse, a sword, and so on and so forth. I can't say there's anything in the past that is super exciting, and even the seasonal scars are missing. For a 7-month wait, this should have been 2 season passes in one, but the same issues remain as every season. Too much gold, no infinite tier after 100, and a general lack of interesting items. The Plunder Pass, however, is the best so far, opting to ditch the costumes finally, and is now offering clothing centered around a Stormfish Chaser and a matching ship set. It's a 10 out of 10 for this pass from me, now only if we can get the free track improved. That's not all for earnable cosmetics, with the Gold Leaf ship set and Gold Leaf weapons available to purchase, which I might add are both brand new and not recoloured. That's another 10 out of 10 from me, as they're absolutely gorgeous. Season 3's past cosmetics also return here, so if you missed out on those, they'll be in the stores for a pricey amount of doubloons. The Fate of Fortune items finally return, and you can earn them by handing in 60 Reaper's Chest or bounties, or 60 Chests of Fortune found in the Fort of the Damned. Moving away from the cosmetics, we have a bunch of balance changes. The sword block is meant to be better and the range has been reduced, but this will still need extensive and organic testing before we can see the difference. In other combat news, quick swapping has been made significantly harder. After playing around with it, there is a force delay after swapping a gun the first time you sprint after swapping. This applies to all guns, but the sword can be drawn faster with this method. Ultimately, as someone who does use the sword as their primary weapon, this feels wrong and clunky to use. I get why Rare's done it, but in a game that feels quite fiddly already, it's just another element that makes the game feel less polished to play. Again, Sea of Thieves isn't a competitive FPS, but the gameplay should be smooth, especially when the devs have done so much work in the last year to make things smoother. Outside of the combat changes, some quality of life changes have snuck in. Each ship will now have 2 pans, allowing you to cook 2 pieces of food, or leeches if you prefer, at the same time. Rowboats can now also be docked to your ship and are saved to your captain's ship for the next session, also having the old arena colours available. Rare even added some commendations to encourage you to find them, netting you some doubloons too. Items can now be snapped up with collector's chests without having to manually pick them up and place them. This means that gathering, selling and organising loot will be a breeze from now on. These are just some of the changes, please check the patch notes for the full breakdown. Now, with that being said, Season 10 kicks off with a nice little guilds option for players to socialise with current friends or form communities anew. After 7 to 10 months of waiting, depending on who you ask, was it worth the wait? I'll let you guys decide. I will say though, it's really nice to be out of Season 9 and onto more exciting things. Even guilds is a breath of fresh air for this game, as is a new season pass and something to level up. It doesn't have a whole lot of gameplay, and the start of the season flow for most will be make your guild, play as you were in Season 9 and before, but you get to see the guild bar progress with everything else. A lot of work has clearly been done on the back end for this game to make guilds come to life. I do love how it's presented and how it works. If this is a system that's supposed to be supported for years to come, it definitely has potential, even more so when we consider possibilities like guild wars or even guild hideouts that people can customize and hang out in. However, I fear it'll be swept aside for new seasonal features in the coming years unless Rare sees some huge engagement from it. Please don't let that happen, Rare. I don't think we can judge Season 10 too harshly, as we know the Voyage of the Siren Song is due out in November, and that'll be like early Season 9 with the Fort of Fortune-like chaos that ensues. After that, we have Safer Seas, but I really can't see how I can stretch a review out to 8 minutes with that one. Thanks for watching. What do you think of guilds? Please let me know down in the comments. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.